Hey everyone, Caleb the Antique Book Collective, and today I'm getting to you guys with a video that is all about how you guys should source books. So this video will outline why you should shop around locally and abroad to find the best places to source for books for you and your eBay store. So I know this is rather an obvious thing, but a lot of people end up overlooking that. They end up finding one or two places that they absolutely love and they don't look around beyond that. And I recommend, guys, you guys continue shopping around. Be sure to find like 10 places at least that do very well for you. So for me, I have a short list of places that I absolutely love going. So there's that Friends of the Library sale over in Prineville that I love. There's the Pendleton Friends of the Library sale that I've talked about several times. There's Friends of the Library sale in let's see, there's a whole list of them, but there's one in McMinnville, there's one in Kaiser, there's one in Corvallis that I hope to be going to very soon, and those are just the Friends of the Library sales. There are estate sale places that I love going to, so I do that by entire cities that I really enjoy. So Kaiser, again, is another city, and they have really good estate sales for me. Boring is a city near me, and that's really good for me. Gresham, which is where I live, is pretty good for me as well. It gets really good stuff. However, Portland, I hate going to estate sales there. I do not get as much stuff, and the quality of the stuff is not always what I'm shooting for, and the people are not the quality of people I'm shooting for either. So that's something that I watch out for. A lot of estate sales that I like going to over in Eastern Oregon do absolutely great for me. And those are just like general places that I really love doing stuff. However, there are stores more locally that I enjoy going to as well to source books. So for me, there was actually a thrift store that recently went out of business that I actually went to several times to get books. It did very well for me. And that was just a local thrift shop, and it was just a normal nonprofit. It was pretty simple, and the people were really nice. But that went out, which was a bummer. Another place that I went to a couple of times was the Salvation Army. I ended up not going there anymore. I stopped going there because they didn't turn over their inventory often enough. So I stopped going there, and they shut down shortly thereafter, which was, I guess it was my fault, guys. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. It wasn't my fault, but that is something that I ended up doing. Was I stopped going there because I was shopping around. I was finding the places that were best for me, and that ended up not being a great place for me. Something else that I stopped going to was just normal Goodwills. I didn't make a lot of money at the Goodwills because I stopped doing I stopped doing Amazon FBA, and with the FBA stores, you are selling newer books, and I could not sell the newer books on Amazon FBA for enough of a profit because I could make so much more money on my eBay store. So I was like, you know what? I don't need this FBA. I'm going to just go out and just do eBay alone because I can make so much more money there. I can keep so much more money. So I ended up cutting that out, and I stopped going to the normal Goodwill stores. However, the Goodwill outlet, guys, I don't know why I never knew about this before, but Goodwill outlet is like the best place in the universe. So I get so much amazing stuff at the Goodwill outlet nearest to me, and I'm so stinking happy that it's the one closest to me because I actually have 3 that are sort of near me. One of them is a bit of a drive to the south, the other is a bit of a drive to the north, however it's not too far, and then the third one, which is the one I always go to because it's the closest, is just like, I think I only have to take, let me just think really quick. So I got to take 1 turn, 2, 3, 4. I think I have to make like all of like 7 turns to get there. Now, of course, those 7 turns equates to several miles, but it's a really good place for me to go, and it's probably going to be a great place for you guys to go as well. I know not everyone lives near enough to a Goodwill outlet to make it worth going to all the time. Personally, it's a bit of a drive for me, so I don't go there all the time, but I do go there often enough because it is an amazing place for me to go to, and I have learned that it's so good because I've been doing this business for several years, and I have just continuously made money there. I've only had one trip in all of these years that I haven't bought any books, and the only reason I didn't get any books was because I wasn't willing to just sit and wait for them to ship out some more books. I had to get somewhere else, so I ended up leaving without buying any books on one trip. Besides that, I have always made at least one book purchase that has been able to get me at least $20 of a sale, which is pretty stinking cool, and it's a really nice thing for me because it's nice to just consistently have access to something that will make sure that my eBay store remains full, and I always have at least a couple of new listings coming out every so often. So that is just what my personal experience. For you guys, of course, you will have different experiences depending on where you live, the types of thrift stores near you, or if you can buy books new, that's a really cool thing as well. So For me, I sell used books, I sell antique books. That's my niche. It's what I've had a lot of luck with, and I do not like buying brand new books because it's just the profit isn't always there. Because if I can get my hands on these books for dirt cheap, odds are a lot of other people can too, which makes the price go down. But you guys, again, will be able to find what works best for you. Maybe you have a local bookstore that after 3 months of it being on the shelves will sell you the books for their cost. Maybe that's how you can end up making your money. It really depends. And that is something that you guys will have to figure out. You will have to shop around, and as long as you're doing your business, you have to continue shopping around. I don't care if you've been doing this for 1 year or 15 years. You have to continue shopping around to find if there's any new places that you can make really good money, because there's always new things popping up left and right where you can make really good money. So for me personally, I have not had any new places popping up around me, but I haven't been looking very hard lately because I've been so busy with all these other things. However, if my business slowed down to the point that I needed to look around, I would be able to look around. And for me, I have in the past had a couple slow times where I did look around, and I ended up driving 50 miles one way to go to some estate sales, 50 miles another to go to Friends of the Library sale, all those sort of things, because I was able to adjust my business, because that's what I just needed to do to make sure that I could continue staying busy, because so long as you're staying busy, you're getting more listings out, you're getting more sales, which is a pretty cool thing. So with all that said, guys, I hope that really helps. I hope my few examples of how I shopped around and how I shifted my business and the changes I made really helps you guys sort of think about it a little bit more. For me, I love thinking about my business because it helps me make better decisions in the long run. So I hope I was able to help you guys make some better decisions. I'm not saying you guys are making bad ones, but I am saying that we can all make better ones in the long run. So with all that said and done though, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe below if you want to learn more about eBay businesses, book reselling in general on eBay, or just antique book businesses in general like mine. Or you can subscribe right there, or you can check out one of my videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.